episode 4. These are great tips to know just for life, and that's not a bad thing. Everyone is so nervous on their first day of school. I mean, obviously try your best. I feel like this happens to everybody in their lives, so just do it. Hey guys! Welcome back to episode 4 of my back to school series. I just got these new clips, so we're gonna be doing Get Ready With Me, as you guys know by the title, so I'm gonna be using my new clips. Anyway, I'm gonna be a senior in high school this year. And I feel like I have some tips that I wish that I knew before I was in high school. Whether you're sophomore, junior, going into senior year, or maybe you're in middle school, maybe you're in elementary school, no matter what it is, these are great tips to know just for life. So I made a list on my phone that we can go through while I get ready. It's like we're on FaceTime, guys. I'm just gonna like talk to you. My first tip is to be friends with everyone. My dad always told me this growing up, but I didn't really understand it fully until I went into high school. Wherever you go, you just want to talk to people, whether it's in class, talk to people around you, in line in the cafeteria. Like, it's just great to be friends with everyone. Kind of piggybacking off of that, another tip is you do not need a set friend group. I feel like everybody in high school, they want to have like a perfect big friend group. And honestly, that's just not the case. And you know, like your friend group's gonna change. And throughout all my years in high school, there are a couple friends that I've stayed in close contact with, of course. But you change, you evolve, and you're gonna want friends that like match your vibe, you know? And that's not a bad thing. I have multiple different like groups of friends that like I do different things with, you know? And that's great. It's great to be friends with so many people. So don't like close yourself in. If you find a great group of friends at the beginning of the year, don't just be like, okay, I don't need any more friends, you know? Celsius break. Next up is nobody really cares what your backpack looks like. I remember on my first day of freshman year, I had a huge bright Raven Kanken pink backpack, and my brother was like, do not wear that. Like, nobody wears things like that. Like, people are gonna make fun of you. He was doing it all out of love, of course. Like, older brother like wants to protect me. But once I got there, you know, I switched backpacks a couple times throughout the year, and no one cares. It's not that big of a deal. Everyone is so nervous on their first day of school. No matter what grade you're in, it's nerve-wracking, and no one's looking at you or your backpack. No one's looking at your makeup. No one's looking at your hair. No one cares. Like, literally no one cares. Okay, next up is about grades. I'm not an academic person. I've talked about this. I'm not that good at school. It's never really been my thing. Grades have always been hard. But one grade that always matters, especially in high school, are homework grades. I don't know why, but homework grades went up so much when I went into high school. I don't know what your guys' schools are like, but like they don't really like check to see if you do your homework, but you do have to like submit a picture to see that like you did it type thing. And like the classes that I did not do my homework for, like my grade just like completely like went to the floor because they matter a lot. And I'm not a good test taker, so if you guys are not good test takers, homework grade is where you need to get your thing up. So just do it. You might not understand it. You might need to ask for some help, but at the end of the day, you should at least do it, you know, whether it's like guessing, but that actually will bring up your grade a lot if you're worried. My next tip is to get involved. I feel like everybody in high school has like almost like their thing that they love to do, whether it's getting involved in theater, or mine was campus ministry, which is like all the retreats and T&Ls. It's kind of like the Catholic part of my Catholic school type thing. So that's what I was really involved in. A lot of people, it's their sport. You know, their sport is like their life. So whatever it is, there are clubs always in high school. Like there are so many things that you guys can get involved. Just do it. It's a great way to make friends. Be nice to your teachers. This is such a big one because you never know when you are going to have something going on and you're gonna need a couple extra days to do your homework, or they're gonna help you out in a test. Like the amount of times that teachers have like legit saved my butt and my grade throughout the year, like, and it's also like they're people too. So you gotta pay attention, you gotta listen to them. Some of my favorite people that I've met in high school are my teachers. Some of them are just like top notch. They're gonna be invited to my wedding. Like I love them so much. Literally, I call them my school moms because it's like they're just so sweet and I love them and I miss them throughout the summer because it's summer for me. I'm excited to see them, you know? Kind of going off of like being involved, another thing is go to like the dances and football games. I'm not gonna lie, I do not go to all the dances and football games just because it's really loud and I get very overwhelmed. But this year I want to try to go to a little bit more of them. And if you guys do not like loud noises and you don't like dances and it's just too overwhelming for you guys too, which I know a lot of my friends can relate, everyone would come over here. My mom would make us like some charcuterie. We would blast some music. We would get ready. You guys have seen those vlogs. And you would have so much fun and you'd go out to dinner and then you'd take pictures in the sunset. And then instead of going to the dance, we would come back home and we would like bake or like play games. One day we went to downtown Disney for dinner and pictures. It's like, you know, whatever floats your boat, but you know, there's nothing like taking pictures for high school prom or high school homecoming, whatever you guys have. I feel like such a hypocrite saying that. Now I feel like I have to go to all these dances. My friends are gonna watch this and be like, I'm gonna make you go now. So going back to grades, don't let the grades get the best of you. It can take over yourself so quickly. Just don't, you're better than that. The amount of times I've gotten calls from my friends and they're crying because they got a bad grade on a test, or they think they're not gonna get into college because of this, or they have to read 30 pages in one night, which I think is absurd. There's more to life than grades. I mean, obviously try your best, study, ask for help, go to tutoring. I go to tutoring all the time. Also in high school, legit everyone goes to tutoring, so do it. And the final tip, which I continuously learned growing old, I feel like this happens to everybody in their lives, but one real friend is better than 100 fake friends. You don't need to have a huge friend group. You don't need to have a billion friends. Obviously talk to people, but having one really good, close, great friend is very important if you're comparing it to 100 fake friends, because at the end of the day, you're just gonna feel empty and you're gonna feel alone. Anyway, I feel like I have more tips. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this, and I hope this helps out someone. If you stay till the end of the video, please comment down below what grade you're going into and what you're most excited for. I feel like my makeup's low-key slaying today. Love it. I also love these new clips. I got these from Planet Beauty. Aren't they pretty? Guys, I think it's so weird that I'm going into senior year. Sorry, side note. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped out somebody. Thanks for staying till the end. Bye, guys.